It was much harder for me, I guess. The work was much harder for me in the organization of, the file system when I came in, and of our calendaring was not nearly as efficient as it is today. When I started, files were in numerous locations, the physical files, so we'd have to go find it. If say I had to pull a file, I'd have to go look in 2 or 3 different places sometimes to find it. Whatever field you're in, whatever job function you have, it can be tailored specifically for you. And I would just consider it a very much organizational tool to keep you organized, to keep you on task, and to help you communicate with other colleagues, other coworkers, clients. It just keeps everyone closer together, in close contact, because you're so much organized and you have access to so much information right at your fingertips that, to explain to someone who would want to know, it's beyond, I guess, what you could even imagine, all the possibilities in the organization, like any job that you have, anything that would help, that you think you would need to help you keep organized is on legal files. And then we got legal files about 3 years ago. And ever since that day, my job has become much easier, and I've been able to be much more efficient with my time and much more productive for, the attorney and for other social workers. For court, all the social workers are required to submit a court report, and they, email them to me and I email them to the court. And so after they email them to me, I save them on legal files all the time. And that's been so beneficial, because a lot of times, if a court hearing lasts a year, they're going to have to do, during that duration of a year, maybe 6, 7 court reports. So a lot of times the case managers will call me and they will not have the previous report. And instead of them having to draft it up from scratch, I always have it saved. So they've always been like, oh, thank you so much. And I guess I take the credit for it, but in a way it's really legal files that, because it's so easy to save that on. You scan a lot of documents into legal files, which is very nice, like the court hearing notes. And then instead of, you can just click on it click on legal files and even access it outside of the office if need be. So if, our attorney's at home and she gets a call from another attorney, she can bring up legal files real quick and say, hey, I looked at the notes from, the August 10th hearing, and this is what happened. And, before that would never been able to happen. She would have had to spend wait till I get in the office and stuff like that. So it's just made life a lot easier for us, a lot more efficient. There's no missed hearings really, anything like that. So every 3 months, the division directors or the legal director, who would be my boss, asks me for a list of all the cases. And a couple of years ago, I would have to physically go and count each cases, and I wasn't able to necessarily break them down into jurisdiction. So now, if I get a call today where I need that report, and I know when other directors ask their division heads for the reports, I know they always dread it, because it's something that can take them, a week at a time to generate the necessary info. But with legal files, I just click on the reports and I can break down the cases into the type, either truancy or child protection, and a lot of times I break them down in the counties too. And then when we bring that there, we can use that info to make a pie chart or anything. And I know the tribal council and other tribal leaders, they really like the presentation of that, because it's just straightforward. The case managers too, they'll call me for the court reports, and then they always ask me about dates, court dates, and I can get it so quick, and I don't have to go to the file or stuff like that. And I know they just appreciate it a lot. And like I said, I think I get a lot of the credit and maybe take it where unrightfully so. I should be passing it on to legal files and stuff. So maybe I won't let them see this testimonial here. Then my secret will be out.